It's great. And this might feel like we're doing yoga for a lot of the class, but the therapy part is yoga therapy. So we're trying to affect a change. And a lot of times yoga gets a bad rap anyway. It's like, well, I'm going to do yoga, I'm going to play yoga. Well, yoga means to unite mind, body, and spirit, to yoke. It's also really pronounced yoga, but nobody says that, yoga. Yoga doesn't sound right. And it's also to still the fluctuations of my busy mind. So if you're anything like me, your mind can get really busy. And when we have a busy mind and we're questioning ourselves or whatever happens, that will settle in our bodies, in our shoulders, in our brains, in our legs. We release trauma on a cellular level. So let's get to releasing some trauma. Because this is Hatha and Kundalini and yoga therapy all mixed up because that's the way I am, there'll be different types of movements. And let's just start by finding a comfortable seat. And I'm going to sit in what's known as Sukha or delicious pose. And that means one thing, that it's comfortable to you. So because I'm sitting this way, doesn't mean you should sit this way. You find with integrity a way to sit that feels good. And if it's like this, great. If it's not, that's fine too. And once you find a place and a way to sit, please root your sitting bones into the earth. Okay? And allow your spine to grow taller. And keep trying. And as you do that, maybe just let your shoulders come up for a minute and then let them relax down so you know the difference between your shoulders being up by your ears and relaxed away from the ears. Slightly tuck your chin. I like to put my fist under my chin and then imagine that this is like a psychic cloak or an energy protection. And then just bring your hands into Gyan Mudra, the mudra of wisdom and personal identity. It's the first and second fingers touch and palms can face up. And if it's okay for you to close your eyes for a moment or three, go ahead and do that. And just listen to the sound of your own breath without judgment, without changing anything right now. We're going to just check in with where we're at now. And I know there's that little voice that comes after. Yes, I'm breathing, but I'm not breathing properly. Please, I invite you to silence that part of you. And if you can't, that's okay too. As you continue just to simply breathe. As I say that, I think about how important the breath is. The breath is life. And then softening any place you can that might be tense. And then please check in with your mind, the thinking mind. We're all quite intelligent. Yes, we are. And from there, thoughts are going to happen. We are thinking people. We do think. So instead of trying to push them away, maybe we just let the thoughts flow. And maybe watch them flow instead of engaging in them. Check in with your emotion of this moment. Is it happy or sad or aggravated or peaceful? Whatever it is, I again invite you to acknowledge it without that da-da-da voice. Oh, I'm sad because da-da-da-da. No, just let it be as it is. Practice being in the moment without engaging in that. I'll just keep calling it the da-da-da voice. So notice your emotion, notice your mind, your ideas and thoughts, notice your body. So notice how it feels to be sitting in this sukha, this delicious position. And if it isn't delicious and comfy, then change it. No harm done. Checking in now with your energy. This is the energy that you have right now. Maybe you're feeling a little muted, a little tired, a little sad. Whatever your energy is, it is a little different than emotion. And you're carrying it with you through the day now. And just acknowledge it. That's all. And then the last energy to check in with is the energy that you brought to this world. What energy is it that is different that you have? And we all have a different energy, you know this. You go to a room of people, well, you know, and you can tell right away somebody's energy, not the energy of the moment, the energy that's true and real. And the last body to check in with, and these are all our bodies, is the spiritual body, your connection to something larger. And that can be anything. It may be God, it may be Allah, a Durga, or Krishna, a tree, or something that we speak of in Kundalini, Ek Ongha, which means we are all connected. There's a little bit of my light with you, and a little bit of your light within me. So whatever works for you. There's no judgment on this end, or hopefully not on your end as well. So that's a lot of bodies that we have. That's what makes us who we are for now. And as you breathe now, begin to lengthen the breath just a bit. Inhale and expand your belly. Exhale and condense, just ever so gently and slightly, as your breath gives a message to your brain that you are okay. When our breath gets all like choppy and that says, I'm not okay. And that's not a good condition to be in. So we want to let ourselves know that in this moment, right here, right now, we are okay. Inhaling to expand, exhaling to condense. Over and over, like the waves of the ocean. And continue that breathing as, I'll remind you, but try to continue to breathe in that yogic fashion. It's, the breath is life. I like to envision the soul within the breath as well. We come into this world with the first breath, and that's when I believe the soul enters. And we leave this world with the last breath, and the soul goes where it goes, whatever your belief system is. So the breath is a little bit more than just breathing. It's life force. Yeah. Let's take a deep breath in now and exhale with a sigh. So inhaling, and then a and I imagine that I hear all of you. Inhaling, exhale, and letting go of something with a Be loud or soft, just with intention. One more time, inhale. And the exhale. Then please bring your palms together at your heart center and just begin to rub the palms together. Listening to the sound of this activity here. That's different, okay? Feeling the temperature of the hands. Just feeling, noticing. And then allow the palms to still at the heart center in what's called Anjali or reverence or prayer mudra. And we'll tune in tonight by using the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And that means I bow to the wisdom through the ages, through all the teachers that have ever taught me something, even the ancient teachers, and to the wisdom within all of us, and to my own wisdom. So the word, it's Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And if you hum it with me, that's fine. If you know it, that's fine. If you don't, it's still quite helpful to have a beginning to a class. So please inhale. Exhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's bow our heads towards our heart space out of gratitude for this technology that allows us to share time through space, and for this body, mind, and spirit that we have been gifted, and maybe anything else that you feel grateful for in this moment. Try not to go into another place. There is always a way to be grateful. And let your head come up to center. And we'll do some gentle stretching, a meditation, a rest time, and then we'll do another meditation. So to begin, just sort of moving our bodies, you'll have your hands on your knees. These are called Sufi Grinds. So you inhale forward and exhale back. And it's nice to start very gently and slowly. And as you inhale forward, you might think Sat, and exhale back Na. That means truth. And there is only one true thing in the world, in the universe, and that is the truth. Just can't get around that one. As you inhale and exhale. So I don't know if the Sufis were really doing this, but it's great to rotate about with the torso. And then next time you come to center, just seamlessly, effortlessly switching directions. Just allowing your body to flow with ease and grace. And not trying to look like me or somebody else you know who might have done this another day. Just being yourself in this moment, right here, right now, without that voice in there. So your mind is going to want to say stuff, right? So focus on the breath and using the mantra Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale is very helpful. And then we'll come back to center. And when you get to center, just remembering the elongation of the spine, the divine way that we can sit and hold ourselves. Do that good. Okay. And then place one hand on the earth, your right or your left. We'll do both. Inhale up the other arm. Soften your shoulder. Let this arm come up towards your head, wraps around, and it's a gentle weight as your ear goes towards your shoulder. It's not going to get there. So it's your left. And breathe here. Don't try to pull your head down. Just let it be gentle. My fingers are wiggly. And just breathe here. Just feel into that gentle opening of your neck muscles. And we'll inhale. Exhale and just kind of switch sides. Maybe you look like a windmill. Maybe you don't. This is all about you. Feeling into what is in the body. And if we do this in a way with intention, breathing in and out, we get lucky, we're releasing trauma and pain. I think that's a good thing. Inhaling and exhaling. This is the number one trauma-based, evidence-based evidence for healing trauma. Yeah, you got it. And then inhale, exhale, come back to sitting. Let's elongate our legs for a little bit. So ideally, you're going to just kind of be comfortable when you sit. You can flex your toes, or you can point them. I recommend flexing them. We're going to do some, my feet after. We're going to do some energy work. So you're going to use your fists and just start to gently, but with some intention, give some love to your upper legs, or the sides of them. Come down to the lower leg if you can reach. Don't hurt yourself. Just be doing what I'm doing. Doesn't make any sense. I can feel that just the energy moving. So we're moving from the lower chakras to the upper chakras. Just like that. And then take your flat palms to your lower back. Your low up there. You can reach your kidneys, the adrenal glands, or like that. And then let your hands come into fists as you come up the torso here. We're going from the second after the third chakra. And without judgment here either. This is a part of the body. And then find your heart space. You can use your fingers if you'd like and give a tap there. The heart is an amazing thing. It's an electrical system. It has brain cells. It's a pump. It's a cool thing. And then with a fist, find this fleshy part under your shoulder. Put on your chest. And then go if you want. As far as energy you like. Moving energy is fun. And then the other side. And then take your hands as close to your shoulders as you can. And just give yourself a hug. And maybe say I love yourself. And if you don't, say it again. And then switch hands so the other one's on top. Just give yourself another little hug. And just love on yourself for a while. And we'll keep moving to the side of the neck. just bring your hands there for a moment. Maybe you give yourself a little massage because it's sore. Maybe. It is. And then take 2 fingers of each hand, come to your chin, and draw this energy up and right to the temple. So you give yourself a massage there. Gentle and easy. Breathing, breathing. It's always a great thing to do. Back to the chin and draw the energy behind the ears. Now just finding any tender spots there. Now we'll bring the fingers underneath the cheekbones and really notice what you feel there. Oh, yeah. So we store emotion there. You know, we smile hopefully a lot, but we frown too. Neither one is good or bad, it just is. But you might find that feels weird. And then tap at the back of your neck, tap at your third eye, then tap all over the crown of your head, opening up our portal towards to spirit. So just tapping, we're tapping. And eventually you're going to bring your hands together and rub them vigorously in your feet. You don't have to be at the same time. And then bring yourself back to stillness. When you come back to stillness, just making a little comparison. Do you feel any different? And if you don't, it's okay. There's no right or wrong answer there. Inhale and exhale. All right. If it's accessible to you, come sitting on your heels, and if it's not, you can always put a pillow under you or find another way to sit. And this can be done in a chair too. We're going to do what's called Sat Kriya. So, Sat Kriya. So we'll be saying Sat Nam. And this is a form of meditation, but it's so about 2 inches below the belly button. Is a place that you'll be kind of drawing in on the Sat, and then Nam, it just happens that you exhale. You can have your pointer fingers touching. It looks like that, and the rest folded together. You can let that rest at your heart, or you can bring your arms up overhead. It's your choice. Know where you're at tonight. You can bend them too or do that. So I'm going to bring them up, and it's Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, sit, nam, sit, nam. So you notice when I say sit, I bring the belly in a bit. Sit, nam, sit, nam, sit, nam, sit, nam, sit, nam. Soften your shoulders. Sit, nam, sit, nam. 3 more. Sit, nam, sit, nam, sit, nam. Please inhale. Imagine you can see your energy drawing up the spine to the crown of your head. Hold the posture as you exhale. Inhale 1 more time. And then exhale, turn your palms to face out and comb through your aura. We'll do that a couple more times. Not that, comb through the aura. So inhale, bring the hands to the heart. Draw them up. And on the exhale, flip your palms, and we're just kind of getting unwanted energies to go away while your shoulders are softened. Don't try too hard. Inhale up. Exhale. Get away from me, you unwanted energies, and those people. Whatever works for you. 1 more time, inhaling up. Drawing in good energy, and exhaling. What is it you don't need? Just letting it go. Alright. And if it's not comfortable to be sitting on your heels, if you are at all, come to your easy pose, whatever it means for you. You can be in a chair too. You can relax the arms down, just kind of maybe roll your shoulders just a bit, back and down, or just around. As you do that, you'll probably hear some little crunchy sounds. That's normal. Okay. So we're going to move in all the directions of the spine. Every time you breathe, just make it worthy of being breathing. Let's get a little bit of aggravation out of our way. So this is aggravation. This is called lion's breath. You can bring your arms up overhead, and when you exhale, you stick your tongue out, and you go, bleh. It looks like this. Inhale, And then, and if all you can get out is a, that's okay. Inhale up. Who aggravated you this week, this day? And then exhale with a, maybe it's you. I don't know. And one more. Inhale up. You can do this to people who aggravate you. You go, yeah, doesn't work. You do that at home or in privacy. And then bring your legs into a V shape. Not, there's no intention to have just a nice V shape. You can feel both sitting bones on the earth. And you'll be inhaling at center, exhaling, rotating your spine a bit, coming towards your knee. If you don't make it, it's okay. It's no intention that you have to make it. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. And do this at your own pace, your own flexibility. Yeah, great. If you get your head down to your knee, that's wonderful. If you can't, that's wonderful. It doesn't matter. It's the breath that counts and the gentle movement. Inhale and exhale. And you'll do 2 more on each side. And I always invite people to honor the body you live in. And if you're feeling like you have more energy and you want to go a little more quickly, that's also fine. That depends on the body you live in. We all live in different ones, thank goodness. And finally coming to center. Inhale, and then exhale, coming forward with your toes flexed to your degree of forwardness. If you can get your belly to the floor, that's great. If you can't, that's great too. But whatever you do, let your head hang heavy, your shoulders roll in, and shake your head yes, 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 and then no, no, no. And just let your head be. And then bring yourself back up. And let's come up to stand. No specific way to get there, just standing up. Once you stand up, this is where we're going to shake a little. Shake your legs and shake your hands and shake whatever you can. Shaking off the trauma, we call this. Shaking it off. So sometimes I'm like flicking water off me because, people, sometimes I don't understand why. And then you shake your legs and you still don't know why. And then you can shake your whole body if you want. Shake it high, shake it low, just shake it all around. And when all that shaking feels complete, then come to stillness. Find an object that doesn't move. It's not going to be me, but I'll do my best. Bring your weight to all 4 corners of both feet. Maybe rock forward and back a little. And then find a strong mountain pose. Your joints are stacked, knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Slight tuck of the chin, palms facing forward, if that's comfortable. Gazing at or drishti, an object that doesn't move, and feeling some strength just in this posture. Soften your knees, please. We're here, we're in this moment. Please inhale your arms behind you, just gently. Reach them up overhead, and then let them the thumbs come to your third eye. Let us think nice things. To the lips, speak nice words. And then to the heart, because we're all nice people. And then please step your feet apart into what would be second position if we were dancing. And the toes can point out this time. Please inhale up and gaze up. And just feel your power and your beauty. And then as you exhale, round yourself and hug in. And allow for those moments when we don't feel power, we don't feel so beautiful. And then inhale up again. Hello world, here I come. Feeling strength. And then exhale with a, yeah, maybe not. And one last time, inhale up. And I invite you to bring in some self-love. I love you, self. And then the exhale says, I'm doing the best I can. Whatever it says for you. We're all different. Good job. Now as we come back to center, since our toes are out already, bring your hands to your upper legs, and you're going to melt your hips backwards. The knees are not going to come in towards center. They're going to come out towards the outer edge of your foot. Now as you come into goddess pose. And you can leave your arms this way, or you can go post them, which is what I'm going to do. The pinky fingers roll in, and I feel like a goddess. Sure I do. And just gently rotate your body. Rotating from your shoulders should soften, okay? You don't need your shoulders right now. And then maybe go a little side to side. Play with it. You can dance it if you want. Sometimes I like to break dance with this. Anything to take my attention off of my upper legs. Then bring your hands to the upper leg. As you straighten your legs, use the muscles around the knees. The knees are like hinges, so use those muscles. We did that. Heel toe your feet together, because it's fun. And I always like to kind of release tension when I get in between poses, because I don't like tension. And this one is called Archer Pose. So step your left foot out and align the heel of the left foot with the arch of the right foot. And then you're going to bend into the front leg. The knee will be over the ankle. Hands to your heart center. And I like to give a little hello to my heart to remember where I really live. Inhale, open up into warrior. And when you're here, bend your elbows back a little bit, because that's a good reminder to soften those shoulders again. And just 3 times you're going to shoot an arrow. So you're going to inhale and go like that. The sound is the most important part. Inhale, and the exhale goes. One more. And then drop your arms. Well, when you come to the center, again, just kind of, shake it off, let everything get a little relaxed, keep breathing. And doing the other side, same rules apply. The injuries in yoga happen in the transition, so take time to have a solid foundation. Make sure that heel gets aligned with the arch, and bring your hands to your heart center. And while your hands are at your heart, remind yourself, I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, I'm something else, okay? Yeah, inhale. Exhale as you open up. Make sure that, again, that knee is over the ankle, and bend the elbows back for a moment. Just notice what that does to your shoulders. That's kind of nice. And then we'll shoot somebody or something. No, we won't shoot anybody. Inhale. There you go. And good job. And come back to the center. Center. Give a little shake again. And there's a lot of holding in life. We have to be solid and strong, right? But then we can just kind of soften. So you're going to actually step the feet apart again. And just side to side. So you're finding that place where there's no bone. And if it feels okay for you, you might let your back hand just tap at your adrenals, your kidneys. And you can make all the noise in the world. I like to make noise. You could be still saying sat and hum if you want. So the truth is the truth is the truth. And then let that come to a natural kind of end. And the last standing posture movement that we're going to do is called wood chopper. And yep, we're going to chop some wood. Do this as many times as you want or can. So you're like, okay, I'm good. Maybe I should say can, but let's go for 5. So it's inhaling with your arms here. Inhale here. Inhale the arms up overhead. Bend the knees and go. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And make sure you go. Most important part. 1, 2, 3, ha. Ha. That's good for me. 4 is good for me at 7:30 at night. And when you feel like you've reached your enough ha's, come back to sitting on your asana. Asana means posture. So come back to easy pose or any pose that feels comfortable for you. Come back to Gyan Mudra. Wisdom Mudra, and if it feels okay, again, close your eyes and breathe. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Hopefully it's beating. I think it is. And just feel that. That's life. Just breathing and feeling into the body. When we get into our minds too much, it's very, very, very helpful to breathe in a productive way and just feel into our own body. Where are you, holding right now? Like it takes a certain amount to be seated, but are you clenching any muscles that you don't need to? Be your own guru as you figure that out. Just breathe all day. Let's do some alternate nostril breathing. This will balance the right and left sides of the brain, really calming as well. Calm is a good place to be. So taking your left hand into Kiya Mudra, keep it that way. And you'll use your right hand like the hang ten, like your pinky and thumb. And closing off the right nostril first. Inhale left. Close both nostrils. And then exhale right. Inhale right. Closing both. Exhale left. So let's inhale for 4 seconds. Inhale, sa, ta, na, ma. Closing both for sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma. Then exhale, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma. And please continue with that breathing. So you're inhaling for approximately 4 seconds. Holding for 8 and exhaling for 8, if that works for you. The important part is that the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. You're going between sides, cross body, strengthen connections between both sides of the brain. And as you continue, maybe your breath gets a little more subtle. Just breathing as you are. And maybe an inquiry comes to your mind. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Don't answer it, just think about it. It's a big question. We might return to it a little bit. Maybe. Place your hands behind you. Put your feet on the earth. And just gently let your knees go side to side. So you can just kind of feel into that. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. I'm doing it with you because we're not together in real life, but in general, it's your practice, it's your body. So feel into what feels right for you. Feel into what feels right for you. Yeah, it makes sense. And I'll come to center again, and always find what's right for you. This may not be that comfortable. We're going to do a little bit of spinal flexion. So you're going to inhale forward and exhale back. I like to do it kind of exaggeratedly slow. Your chin stays level with the earth, but don't really beast it, You can hold on to your knees if you want to, you don't have to. Inhale forward, open your heart space, exhale back, and just flex your spine as you round in. There's a temptation to do this with your head, but I'm asking if you don't do that, because then your neck and shoulders will hurt more later. Inhale forward, just glide forward, exhale back. And just making it gentle, but again, if you have a lot of energy right now, it can look like. So figure it out for yourself if it feels good to go nice and gently, or it might feel like you have some angst or energy, and you might want to go quicker with a more strong breath. The more stronger breath, sure. And coming back once more, and you can sit any way you want. You can sit in your chair. Still a little bit of Satanama. Satanama. This can be used to bring in a new habit into your life, or to invite one to exit. It can be used to meditate, obviously. It means it's like undying. So we're never really born, and we never really die. It's this infinity cycle that goes on and on. And when you say sa, you touch your thumb and your second finger together. Ta, the third finger and the thumb. Na is the fourth finger, the ring finger, and Ma is the pinky. We'll do this out loud in our human voices, okay? And then we'll do it in a whisper, the voice of lovers or love. And then the mantra will continue in your mind in the voice of the divine. And you can have your hands up or on your lap. Inhaling, exhaling. Satanama, 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 Satanama. It's the whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma. Let your fingers continue as the mantra goes through your mind. Back to the whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Your hands back together at your heart center. These mantras are pretty magical. They work without us really knowing or trying. But if you ever want to try that one, it's recommended to do it for 20 minutes a day. They do work. Okay. Let your hands come down to your knees. Coming into what's called bear grip. So you grip your fingers together, thumbs point up, one thumb up, one thumb down, and bring that right by your heart. And we're going to inhale in. So it's this way. See, you're going to inhale, pull the fingers apart, but not really. Really pull. Then exhale, let it rest for a minute. Feels like we're pulling a pain out of our hearts. Anyway, inhale, pull, 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 pull. Exhale, oh, feels better. One more time. Pull, pull, pull them apart as best you can. Don't hurt yourself. Exhale, release. Good. And then please come laying down on your back. And so coming onto the back with the hands on the belly in this shape, like that. So it's a Nidha Mudra. So you're laying down on your back, and I'm not. And your hands are placed on your belly. So go ahead and lay down, and I'll guide you through some. So if you have a blanket, you might want to cover up. So you go ahead and lay on your back. Allow your bones to become heavy. Every bone in your body, heavy bones and leg muscles. Imagine your muscles so imagine a candle. Imagine that you could see the muscles dripping off of your bones. Okay, so that's pretty light. And then bring all your awareness to the crown of your head. And let the crown of your head become wicked heavy. Let your head be so very heavy that it will leave a dent in the floor of the surface you're on. That's a heavy head. So notice any place in your body that contacts the earth. I know it's a floor or whatever it is, but just notice that in this moment. Just notice that. And then notice the way that your front body just kind of melts into your back body. Notice the points of contact and just notice how that feels for you. And bring your awareness back to your breath over and over again. Feeling into the breath. Remember that you can count on your breath. It almost always works. It does. So feel your breath. Just notice your breath. As you inhale and exhale. And then become aware of your third eye or the center of your forehead. And just let any wrinkles or crinkles just fall away from that area. And then become quite curious about the orbs of your eyes. With your eyes closed, what do you see? Maybe you see white light. Maybe you see the back of your eyelids. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Imagine the orbs of your eyes like two warm stones on the beach on a perfect summer's day. Yeah, perfect summer's day. And then notice your nostrils as you inhale. The prana, the life force, is a little bit cool. And as you exhale, it's a little bit warmer. And I like to consider that proof that we heal from the inside out. Because we do. And then become curious about the inside of your mouth. The cheeks are smooth in there. Notice that. Notice your teeth. And then please touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth and allow it to then fall away. And pay special attention to the jaw as you let it go. Just let it go. No need to hold anything now. And allow yourself to simply be. Find right shoulder heavy, left shoulder heavy, both shoulders heavy as they surrender into the earth. Surrender is a big part of our practice. Letting go, just for now. Let the entire right arm become heavy and light at the same time. As we all know, there's duality in life. Surrender to the duality of life. And then let the left arm become heavy and light. All the fingers are just simply there. There's no doing to do right now. Nothing needs to be fixed right now. There's no fussing. And become aware of the palms of your hands. And in your mind's eye, draw a heart in each palm. The palm is the heart of the hand. And let the palms and the orbs of the eyes take on a quality of electric energy. And become aware of your heart. Dive deep into your heart for just a moment. And I invite you to create a sankalpa or heart's longing. Mera Manavoche. What does your heart really need? Does it need a new car? I doubt it. Hearts desire things like peace or shanti, santosha, contentment, bliss, ananda. It's within all of us. Whatever your heart desires, your heart might whisper in its own voice to you, but let it roll around a little bit. And before your brain gets thinking, let the awareness draw to the belly as it continues to rise and fall, like it does over and over without us even asking it to. Left hip becomes heavy at the right, and then the right becomes light in the left, until both hips surrender and melt into the earth. Surrender, letting go. The right leg, from the upper leg to the knee, to the ankle, all the toesies. Just let it go, just for now, just for now. Left leg, upper leg, knee, and the ankle, and the toes. They just let go. They let go. They don't ask why, they just let go. And the soles of both feet are alive with that electric energy that matches the palms and the orbs of the eyes. Imagine you could see yourself from a corner of the room, so your physical body is still resting, and in your mind's eye, gaze around the room you're in, wherever you may be. And allow your eyes to just notice you, your physical form, the house you were gifted for this life. Be kind. Perhaps you send some love to yourself, physical self. And then imagine seeing yourself exit the room, the building you're in, and find yourself walking down a road. It's a full moon, it's evening, and the road feels safe to you. You notice you don't have shoes on. You feel one with the earth, one with the earth. It's warm, not too hot, not too cold, as you find yourself entering what seems to be a forest of some type. And you feel safe and secure within yourself, with that beautiful full moon that you gaze up at, to feel the wind, gentle breeze blowing in your hair, and you notice this beautiful forest before you. As you step towards it, you notice that your feet are feeling the smoothness of the moss. You don't care about anything more than that. You feel rooted and grounded to the earth. And there's kind of an archway. There are two trees that kind of form a heart shape. And you think, well, that's pretty cool. Should I step through it? And as if you were a child with no cares in the world, or an adult with no cares in the world, you just run through this little passageway, finding yourself in some sort of enchanted forest. You notice the colors of the trees. You hear the sounds of the summer evening, crickets. Perhaps there are crickets in the background. Just feeling such an amazing sense of safety and security as you inhale the crisp, cool air and you exhale that air again, over and over. And you begin to wander, and you hear a stream in the distance, and you gaze at the stream, and you look at the water. You hear the sound of the water. You notice the way the moon just kind of dances on the water. And you see the way the water goes when there's an obstacle, like there's a giant boulder. It doesn't try to go through it. It goes around it and over it, flowing with ease and grace like water. Be like water. And you reach your hand now, and you feel the water's kind of cool. It's about 3 feet of water. So you decide to just kind of walk through it, and you hear the sound of your feet just drudging through this water. It just feels refreshing to you. And you feel a little bit of power, and you start to kind of run a little bit because you magically have this energy. And then you feel the sand beneath your feet, rooted and grounded within water, bringing this powerful feeling. And you step out of the water, and you see yourself beginning to spin in these beautiful circles. You don't get dizzy, but your heart is singing with joy. Singing with joy. And before you get dizzy, you decide to stop. And before you is a most beautiful blanket. And you decide to lay down and rest there, your heart filled with this moment. And you gaze up at the stars. And you start to give them little names and count them. And before you know it, one of them shoots across the sky. It's a shooting star. And you think that's pretty cool. And you make an intention, a wish, whatever it may be. As you notice another star just kind of streaming across the sky, just for you in this moment. And out loud in your forest, enchanted forest, you speak your truth so that all can hear. Well, you're there alone, but you speak your truth with intention. And then you start to kind of wonder maybe if you should move. And you step off of your blanket and you wander around a little bit more. Just enchanted and interested in every little sound, every color that you see. Noticing everything. Noticing how the sky looks a little blue even though it's nighttime. It kind of looks like velvet. And you wander a little more. Feeling free. You haven't felt this free and weightless in such a long time. And you decide to make your way back towards that blanket and just rest there for just a few more moments. Resting on the blanket for a few more moments. And then you notice in your enchanted forest that somebody was singing familiar songs. And you stand up off of your blanket, making your way back towards that heart-shaped tree formation, wandering back down that road that brought you to that forest, and just gazing back over that little scene before you make your way back towards your town that you're in, the room you're in. And you gaze once more around the room you're in, gazing at yourself, and inviting in some self-love, giving yourself a break, realizing you are okay. In this moment, you are okay. As you begin to notice your feet and your legs, your hips, your belly that continues to rise and fall each moment. Arriving back at the heart space, if you remember your sankalpa, your heart's desire, bring that to mind. And feeling arms and legs. And as you're ready, you begin to roll your head from side to side, gently and slowly waking up, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. A full body stretch at some point might be nice. And rubbing palms and feet together before making your way back up to seated. Taking your time to come back to whatever position is right for you. I'm going to be doing one more meditation once you're awake again, and it's going to be Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Jio. Wahe means wow, great bliss here for us right now, the wisdom of the ages. Guru means from darkness to light, from darkness to light. And Jio means soul. My soul sees your soul. I might be like, hey, what's up? Alyssa G or Ada G. So Swat, your body G. So G is like a compliment that we see each other's soul. So sing this together. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Jio. And if you just want to listen, that's perfectly fine too. It's designed for calm response. So when you say Wahe, again, it's wow, great bliss and wisdom coming to you, to me, right here, right now, because we are singing this mantra. Guru, a lot of people think Guru is like something that it isn't. And when you say Guru, try not to say Guru like American or English. It's Guru, it's Spanish or whatever. So the tongue comes to the roof of the mouth. Again, so Guru from darkness to light, and Jio, my soul, sees your soul. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Allow yourself to sit with me in meditation for just a moment or three, noticing your breath, feeling into your own awareness, your soul, what is true and real. All the other stuff is not real. Yeah, it's just not. Please bring your pinkies or thumbs to touch. Okay. So it opens up into what's like a lotus flower. And bring that lotus flower to your heart space so the pinkies and thumbs touch and the other fingers open up wide into a lotus flower. And I invite you to gaze into your palms and remember about the lotus flower. It grows in the dark. It starts in the mud. It's yucky. It's dark. And yeah, it's a lotus flower at the beginning. But that lotus flower it's like, it tries wicked hard. It swims its whole little lotus flower life to get to the light. And it does. It swims through that water up to the light where it blooms in a beautiful way. And I think that's wicked cool. And you know, the answer to how a lotus flower works is in its hands. Like, Okay, so the answer to our lives is in our own hands. We have exactly one thing in life we can control, and that's our own reaction to what goes on around us. I invite you to be the lotus flower, to be the calm in the storm. I'm going to inhale to bring the arms up overhead and circle them around, and a little om for this one. And then the hands land at the third eye. You can follow along if you're watching. So inhaling, exhaling. Try your palms together one last time tonight. Let your head, third eye, rest on your thumbs. So you're just kind of in a devotional moment. My prayer, my wish, my heartfelt wish for all of us is that we have peace in our heart, peace in our home, our surroundings, and peace in our world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. That means, people in the world, they just be nice, be kind, and be loving. That's all we can ask, and so that our world may heal with us. There's a beautiful light within me that sees and notices the beautiful light within you.